Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It is Music Tuesday, so I'm going to be taking a CD from my collection and making a poster out of it. I've got a couple of design styles floating around in my head, so I'll just see what the CD inspires me to do. Before we get started, please remember to hit like and subscribe, and also click the bell for notifications to be notified of all new content. Now, let's head over to the randomizer. Alright, so I've got my collection here copied to the clipboard, and I don't know which album I'm going to be designing for, so let's just go ahead and pick a random item. The winner is Center of My Universe by Michelle Tumes. This is a Christian album, and I really love this album. So that's fantastic. I've never done one for this album. I've done one for her album Listen before. It's right behind me. You can actually see that one. But now I'm going to do something, and I'm probably going to head over to Pinterest and see what I can find. Alright, here's the actual CD from Michelle Tumes. Like I said earlier, she is a Christian artist, and she's kind of like a Christian version of Enya. So really good music there. This is her second album, and it's got really good songs on it, really from front to back. There's not a bad song on here. I really enjoy listening to this one, especially if I'm doing like some deep work or something like that. I'll put it on, but she's always been my favorite Christian artist ever since I first heard about her in about 1998 or 99 is when I first heard about her. I've had this CD and all of her CDs ever since then. So as far as a color palette goes, I'll probably do some kind of a color palette extraction from this. I do like the beige, like like that beige paper that's back here, and you know it's got like this deep burgundy and like deep blue, and I'll probably pull some colors from that. But let's head over to Pinterest and see what I've got pinned over there and get some ideas. Alright, so I'm here on my Pinterest board, and as you can see, I've saved a few things since the last time we looked at this board. So I just want to get, you know what? The first thing that comes up is this one right here. This one definitely caught my eye. So I think we'll do something similar to this. And for this right here, okay, so what we can do is I can do the actual C right here, so it'll be very similar to this. I really like the serif font, and as you can see here, it might be harder to see right now, but the typography on here is all serif type. So I think that we can do something very similar to this, and we'll pull in a really nice color palette as well. So let's go ahead and pull up. So Michelle Tumes, Center of My Universe, and I'll just get the actual album cover. I'll get the largest version that I can get here. And let's go to, you would think that I would have this bookmarked by now. Let's see, color palette from image URL. I do need to actually bookmark this. Okay, so as far as the color palette goes, definitely this red right here, you know, because that's a nice little accent color. But I think what we're gonna do is maybe like a light beige version, or so maybe something kind of like this to kind of match with that paper. I think that'll be nice. And then to balance out that red, we'll do like a nice navy blue, and then maybe like this yellow right here. So we'll just kind of grab this as a screenshot, go over here and drop that into Illustrator as soon as it's ready. There we go. Let it open up. And let's bring it over here. Enlarge it a little bit. Okay, so there's our color palette, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put all the content down first, and then we can worry about assigning colors to the elements a little bit later. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just going through and I'm deciding which font I'm going to be using. I'd like to get a couple of options down before I actually get started designing. right, so I like the 3 of these right here. What I want to do now is I want to see what the rest of the font looks like, you know, when it's typed out with some different wording and everything. So that is nice right there. I like that. And then this one is the, let's see, we'll just drop that right there, and then we'll just make it a little bit smaller. Maybe not that small. Whoops, I selected everything. There we go. This one I do like, but it may be a little bit too decorative for what I'm going for. So let's see what alga does. Hopefully I said that right. Alga, I don't know. All right, I think out of the 3 of these, I think I like this one best, Quincy. So I'm gonna go with Quincy. So at first I wasn't sure about this font when I was putting it in here, especially with this curve right here. And, you know, with the title of it being, you know, I mean, it is kind of a longish title and everything, but Center of My Universe right here. And then also wanting it to take up the space, but not having to be too large with the type. But I noticed here just now on the album cover that there's a lot of tracking on the typography itself. So I think that that's going to kind of give me some permission to increase the tracking a little bit. So I think that just kind of going out maybe about 150 or so on there to follow that path. So that way it kind of matches the album title itself. So right here in this space where we've got the positive space right here inside of this G, so they're actually taking up the space right here to put some type. So what I'm gonna do is, since we've got a nice empty space right here, I'm gonna put some type in here. Maybe something, you know, maybe kind of treating this like a promotional poster for the album itself. So maybe doing some like a quick write-up about the new album or something like that. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. All right, so now we've got all the content laid down. So now I'm going to go in and apply this color palette to the poster, and we'll just kind of see what we can do here. As far as the background goes, I like that yellow a lot. Let's see if the blue right here will work well with that. And then I want to see if we can somehow work in this red-ish, kind of reddish brown color. I do like that. And I think that the blue will also work with this, and I think that I'll probably do this same yellow right here as kind of a knockout. Kind of make that look nice right there. I do want to at least try this background. Okay, no, I think I like this. I think I like this one better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of this, and we're going to head over into Photoshop, and I'm going to apply some effects to it. All right, so I got it in Photoshop here, and I'm just going to do some really basic effects, just like maybe like a paper overlay or something like that. I'd like to try to find one that I haven't used yet. Let's see here.
Can you say it again?
And my echo is behind me, and apparently it heard me. All right, so I like this one. I'm go in here and paste that, and rotate. And I definitely want to preserve the colors that I've got underneath, so I'm going to go ahead and desaturate this. And then set the blending mode probably to something like, let's see here. Multiply is good. Let's see if there's anything else that kind of jumps out at me here. Usually difference is good, but obviously you have to go in and invert those colors. Okay, so it definitely darkens my colors a little bit, but that's an easy fix. So what we can do is go up here to curves. Let's zoom out a little bit, and we're just going to apply the curves to that layer. That way we only affect that layer that's underneath here. Just kind of brighten it up a little bit, but not too much. We don't want to lose the detail in the texture. Okay. All right, so that is looking cool, and just like with everything else, I think I'm going to go ahead and because I want it to look a little bit more aged, I'm going to go ahead and do my Gaussian blur. And this will apply to the entire layer, so I'm probably going to do like maybe a 1 or something like that, just to kind of get it a little bit of an effect, but not too much. I think 1.5 is good. All right. So there it is. So Michelle Tumes, Center of My Universe, like a little promo album based on the typography poster that we found on Pinterest. So I thought this was really cool, and I hope you like it, and I hope you learned something about Illustrator and Photoshop as I was doing it. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and also click the bell for notifications to be notified of all new content. Thank you so much for all of you who are subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.